Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the YO Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series. Also, the Stand for Wit Foundation. This is Domestic Violence Month. Over 10 million victims of domestic violence. Stand for Wit Foundation helps those people. October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Wild West Racing League has dedicated the month to both the Stand for Wit Foundation and breast cancer awareness. Tonight we're at Phoenix Raceway for 80 laps, and as we are watching now, we're seeing the cars on the track. These are the Gen 4 cars. This is the what has been called the golden era of racing, with Tony Stewart, Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, on and on. Just lots of big names were in these cars, and this was a great era to race these cars. So we're at 80 laps here tonight at Phoenix. Let's see if we can get a hold of our different drivers and see what they're doing on the track. We see Trey Smith coming to his green flag. Oh, and into the inside retaining wall he goes. So we did not need to see that. Maybe we can bring him down into the broadcast booth and see what happened there.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Hey, Trey Smith, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you, brother.
Hey, we're watching you guys out there qualifying. Looks like you hit that inside retaining wall. Are you okay, and is your car going to be okay?
Yeah, we're covered with insurance. I'll put it on Tanner's tab. So I heard he's covering for all the repairs and everything for the track and for all of our cars tonight.
Well, I'd like to see you have a good race tonight. I know that qualifying, you thought you could maybe do a little bit better than that. You got something for him for this race tonight?
We're gonna hope so. The last couple truck races I've not been very good, and I was kind of really focused on Phoenix tonight, especially from the truck race at Phoenix a couple weeks ago. So hopefully we got something. I know Hunter's gonna be quick, and so's Logan. So we're just gonna go out there and just send her.
Yeah, it looks like right now you've got the second quickest time, with Hunter being the quickest overall. Looks like he beat you by 7/100ths of a second. So you guys are fast out there. I'm going to let you go back up to your team, and good luck tonight, and have a great race.
Hey, thanks, Barry. Thank you for broadcasting. It's always a pleasure to have you up in the booth, brother.
Thank you. So that was Trey Smith as he brought his vehicle around after the hit to the inside wall. Tonight we are, like I said, at the Wild West Racing League. This is the Phoenix Raceway. It's an oval, 1 mile. Temperature of the track's 132 degrees. It's 71 degrees outside with 3% humidity. Remember, folks, we're in the desert. Skies are completely clear, and there's no gust at all, a breeze of only 2 miles an hour. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. We know you have a choice of where you watch your racing, and we thank you and are grateful that you chose the Wild West Racing League and Fearless Broadcasting Network for tonight's race here at Phoenix. So it looks like everybody may have gotten their times in. The cars are beginning to line up inside the pace lane behind the pace car. Got some sharp looking cars tonight. As they line up, we'll do at least 2 laps until we go green here at Phoenix. Phoenix is a tough track. These cars have so much extra horsepower This track was just not really made to handle the kind of horsepower these cars can deliver. So tonight, throttle control is going to be so important. Without throttle control, these cars are going to spin. And look out for some cars to maybe do some self-spinning tonight on their own. It's just the way it's going to go tonight. But as we bring them out, we've got Hunter Sr. in first place. Second is Trey Smith, Houston Galena, Jacob Shoffett, Brian Coleman, Scott Rush, Logan Gill, and Justin Bell. So they'll line up side by side with Hunter Sr. and Trey Smith on the first row. And here we go. We're getting ready to go racing, folks. The 20 of Hunter Sr. will lead them off. Once we get to the start line. It's a long ways down here. Getting ready. And we are in the go line, and there they go. Hunter Sr. in the 20 takes an early jump to the outside. The one of Trey Smith moves right below and is behind him. Third place is Houston Galena. Fourth is Jacob Shoffett. Fourth is Scott Rush, Brian Coleman, Justin Bell, and then Logan Gill. Look at the one car of Trey Smith close behind Hunter Sr. Hunter Sr. doing his best to stay out front. That one car looks really good, and he looked sharp in practice tonight. Earl, we've got one car on the wall. I think he's kept it okay, and it looks like we're going to stay green. Go back a little bit here. We see who's in fourth place there. So that's Scott Rush. We're at a caution now. It looks like Jacob Shoffett crashed. Let's see what happened to Jacob. Yeah, he hit that wall, and then, he did not come onto the brakes. Oh my gosh. That is, that's not good. You should hit the brakes when you come on so that you do not collect anybody else. Unfortunately, that's what happened. He collected somebody else. And so, we'll go back up to the front here. As the cars line up behind the pace car, Hunter Sr. is your first place car, followed by Trey Smith in second. Third place is Houston Galena. Fourth is Scott Rush. Fifth is Jacob Shoffett. Sixth is Brighton Coleman. Seventh is Justin Bell. And eighth is Logan Gill. All our cars are Chevy bow ties tonight, except for our eighth place Logan Gill, who's driving a Ford. So we've got Chevys against one Ford. That Ford's the number 12, Logan Gill. So we're only on lap 3 of 80 laps here tonight. The thing with Phoenix is it's like driving on ice. It just really is. It's one of those tracks that just does not seem to hold grip at all very well. And we talk a lot about getting greedy on the throttle. And this is a track where even on the straightaways, your car can get squirrely if you get in the throttle too early. The entire racetrack just commands respect. You must race the track the way the track wants to be raced. And as the night goes on, the day goes on, excuse me, the cars will have to adapt to a changing track. Rubber will be laid down. The grooves might change a little bit, might come a little down or a little bit up. And we'll see which lanes are fastest. But that's what we're going to have to look for. You can see it's only a 1 mile track. Temperatures now at the track itself is down to 98 degrees. So that's going to be helpful, and that actually makes things faster for the drivers. pace car is off, and the 20 will be leading them on the inside down to the start-finish line, with the 1 on the outside of Trey Smith beside him. And second row will be Houston Galena and Scott Rush, then Jacob Shoffett next to Bryton Coleman, and last is Justin Bell next to Logan Gill. And they're off. Hunter Sr. takes the early lead, followed by Trey Smith in the 1, who drops in right behind him. Third place is the 106 of Houston Galena. But up front, the battle is Hunter Sr. and Trey Smith. Trey Smith moves to the inside, looking to try to get a bumper in there. Can't quite do it. He stays just behind the 20. 20 has the momentum and gets about a car length ahead. But the 1 takes it onto the inside again, on the turn 3 and out of 4 to the start-finish line. Hunter Sr. will lead that lap as well. So the racing up here up front is just very, very good. Let's see if we can look back in the field a little bit. We're looking back at 4th place at Jacob Shoffett in the 00 car, and he's battling with Scott Rush for that 4th position, and up front of him is Houston Galena in 3rd place. Bryton Coleman fighting in 6th position to try to catch up to the field. Now we see Trey Smith behind Hunter Sr. This is the view inside his vehicle. That Home Depot car is hooked up, but so is Trey Smith. Look at them go, a little bit of wiggle. These cars just are on a knife's edge the entire time they are driving. And that outside wall is not your friend. Oh, and Trey Smith gets a little loose, comes diving in deep into the corner. He's trying to keep up with Hunter Sr., who's really, really fast right now. So Hunter Sr. leads the way by Trey Smith, and then Houston Galena, Jacob Shoffett in 4th, and 5th is your Scott Rush. 6th is Bryton Coleman. We're showing Justin Bell and Logan Gill not on the track and out of the race. We don't know if they've got repair that they can do and they'll be back or not. So we've got 6 drivers on the track. Hunter Sr. and Trey Smith, who is working his way, attempting to get to him. Jacob Shoffett in 4th, and behind him is Scott Rush in 5th position. They are fighting for that 4th position. In 3rd is Houston Galena all by himself. Nobody in front, nobody behind him. Just running laps, trying to do the best he can do by hitting his marks. We look up front, though, we see the battle between Hunter Sr. and Trey Smith. 2 orange machines, Home Depot and the Wheaties car. So we're on lap 13 now. Tires have started to wear in. The track doesn't feel quite as slick as it did earlier. After about 25 laps, the tires are going to start to feel just the opposite, and they'll start to feel slick. Right now, they feel good, and these drivers can handle what they've got. The gap from Hunter Sr. back to Trey Smith now is 3/4 of a second. So quite a bit. Don't know if Hunter Sr. is pushing it or not. He certainly doesn't need to. He needs to save his tires and save that car. Look back here at Scott Rush in the 04 car. Still chasing Jacob Shoffett in that 00. And following in the back is that 40 machine Kodak of Brighton Coleman, doing his best to just keep up. Back in the front is your leader, Hunter Sr., followed by Trey Smith. We see Hunter Sr. Let's see what he looks like coming into his vehicle. Clean air, nobody in front of him. Just hit his marks. Smooth on the steering wheel, smooth on the throttle. Coming off throttle at the right time. No tire scrub. Just following that yellow line around. Outside to the wall. He's putting on a clinic, folks. That's how you should be. Coming on brakes right at that second cone setting. Lets him stay low across the yellow line, then rides it up to the start-finish line. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. So the gap is now 0.8 of a second. Hunter Sr. just continues to lead this race. Go back to third place and see Hunter Galena. Trey Smith. Houston Galena is 7 seconds behind in third place. There's Scott Rush in the 04 machine. Let's take a moment and go inside his vehicle. He's looking at Jacob Shoffett up in front of him, who's extremely loose. Now both cars get in deep through the corner. A little bit deep and you lose time. Oops. Jacob Shoffett just disappeared on the course there. Doing his best to catch him for fourth place. So that's your battle there. There's Trey Smith and Hunter Sr. in front of him. Trey Smith is now 1 1/4 seconds back is the gap. We're on lap 21, coming to lap 22 now of 80. You can see at the bottom of your screen the speeds that these cars are able to get on this track. And remember, it's only a 1 mile track. So to get these kind of speeds means they are just running on a knife's edge, hitting 160 miles an hour before they come back down, hitting on the brake hard, going back down to just barely over 100 miles an hour. And then back up to about 155 in turn 3, I'm sorry. Here's where the speed comes in though. 161 miles an hour there he got. You're watching the Wild West Racing League. Ride fast, race free. Sponsored by the YO Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series. Also the Stand for Wit Foundation for Domestic Violence. October's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as well as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October. We've got 80 laps to do here at Phoenix. We're on lap 25. Had an early caution. Since then, things have really gotten much better. There's a 2-second gap between first place and second place. And a 10-second gap all the way back to third place. Scott Rush in fourth place is 3 seconds behind Houston Galena if he can catch up to him. But he's a full almost 16 seconds behind Hunter Sr. So there's your second place car, Trey Smith. He's doing everything he can, but up front here, Hunter Sr. just continues to hit his marks, put on a show. Wow, just amazing driving by this. These guys are all good drivers. Don't get me wrong. The Wild West Racing League does not allow drivers that don't know what they're doing. So when you see a gap like this, it means a guy's really got his car hooked up tonight. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's a white knuckle ride no matter how you play it. White knuckles, elbows out, doing everything you can to get every 1/10 of a second of speed, every 100th of a second of speed out of your car. And he's doing it here tonight. That's Hunter Sr. in your 20 Home Depot machine. And 3 seconds back is Trey Smith in that number 1 Wheaties car. Just does not seem to have anything. We see our leader, Hunter Sr., way up in front of him, going through the corner, and there's just nothing that Trey Smith seems to have for him right now. Back in third place for Houston Galena. He is 11.5 seconds behind second place. So the field is quite a bit stretched out. There's not really any racing going on to speak of. Scott Rush in your 4 car is about 3.5 seconds behind Houston Galena. And then Bryton Coleman is about 7 seconds behind Scott Rush. Jacob Shoffitt is showing a lap down. So, if he is the only car lap down and we do get a caution, he will get the lucky dog and he will get his lap back. So all is not lost for Jacob Shoffitt. There's our leader, and what he does not need is to go down 2 laps. 2 laps would mean he would need 2 cautions to get back on the lead lap. And we have not seen the cautions here tonight. They were early, but now on lap 33, we've just been running laps. At this rate, we're going to have a green flag pit stops. These cars can go between 67 and 72 miles on a tank of fuel. Now, tires are another thing, but if they do want to try and stretch it out and do a fuel run, we should start seeing cars come in right around lap 67 or so. So we see Hunter Sr. catching up with that lap car in front of him. There's the 40 trying to not get lapped. He is still on the lead lap, but Hunter Sr. has him in his sights. Here's what Hunter Sr. sees as he's looking at these guys in front of him. That's Bryton Coleman in the 40. who's about to go down a lap if he cannot keep it off the wall. That's a sharp machine, that Kodak car. Hunter Sr. has complete control over his car. Just doing outstanding driving work, putting a clinic on for us. And there you go. The 40 of Bryton Coleman goes a lap down. That 20 car Hunter Sr. remains up front. So we see Scott Rush. We see Bryton Coleman. We see Hunter Sr. though. And he's got another car in his sights. Let's see if we can take a look and see what he sees now. Excellent run there. Out of the corner. Braking right there about the second cone marker. Staying low down to the yellow line. And letting the car drift all the way up to the wall. Trying his best to not go another lap down as Jacob Schoffet and the 00 machine. There's your 20, Hunter Sr. So the gap now is 8.5 seconds back to Trey Smith. Trey Smith has got to be wondering what he can do. Is there anything at all that he can do? We look at Hunter Sr. though. We see his speed. There's nobody out there that's faster than him right now. He's hitting still 161 miles an hour on the straightaway, which is just amazing when you consider that these tires are worn. He's still able to get those top numbers out of 1-2, out of turns 1 and 2. Now, as he comes out of 3 and into 4 and goes across the start-finish line, this is where he doesn't, hits 161 right there. But coming through 1 and 2, he does not get the same kind of speed that he gets on the other straightaway. Here he's reaching about 150. Let's see one more time if he gets it all the way up to 161. (161), almost 162 miles an hour. Some great driving. Houston Galena still in third place. 10 seconds behind Trey Smith. Trey Smith is now a full 16, 17 seconds behind Hunter Sr. Unless Hunter Sr. does something really, really wrong, this race is going to be his. We're at lap 47 of 80. So we're over halfway, folks. Expect to see cars come in within the next 20 laps or so. We did have that early caution. I don't think anybody came in for that, so we should start seeing people come in right around, lap 65 maybe, if you pit in early, maybe even earlier than that. But 67 to 72 is when they have to pit. Up front, we see Hunter Sr., who's now having to go through traffic to stay fast. He's chasing that Army car. Looks like everybody is a lap down now, at least one lap down. Not quite a lap down. Scott Rush is doing his best to stay on a lead lap, but now we've got Hunter Sr. does come down on lap 50. A little bit early, didn't expect this. Slow down, pit lane. Do not want a speeding penalty. That is the one thing you do not want. This is green flag stop, so if you were to speed, you would get a black flag and have to drive through the pit lane. That would be the kiss of death under a green flag stop. We see the one leave out. Trey Smith. And there's the 20. Hunter Sr. Now with that stop, it looks like as we come around to the start-finish line that Hunter Sr. is going to remain our leader. Wow. What a great pit stop that was, folks. Hunter Sr. comes in first, leaves first, remains first on the racetrack at Phoenix Raceway. 80 laps here tonight. We're on lap 52. Houston Galena is on pit road, getting 4 fresh Goodyears and some Sunoco racing fuel. There's Trey Smith, about 17 and a half seconds behind. Does he have anything? We'll have to keep a look at that gap and see if he can lower it. But right now we're just at about 17 and a half seconds to Hunter Sr. Scott Rush showing third place. Brighton Coleman behind him in fourth. And we're under caution. Not sure what happened to bring out that caution. just don't see anything. Unless he got loose, but I just don't see it. So let's go back to the front of the field. And we've got Hunter Sr. lined up behind the pace car. Behind Hunter Sr. is Trey Smith in second place. Your third place car is Scott Rush. Fourth is Bryton Coleman. Fifth, showing a lap down, is Jacob Shoffett, our first car on a lap down, so he should be getting his lap back. We've got cars, the leaders, coming down once again for pit road. So Scott Rush and Trey Smith both came down. Not sure on lap 56 the purpose of this. They should have enough fuel, unless they just want one more set of fresh rubber. Because now Hunter Sr. has given up his position of first place. So we're showing Scott Rush is our new leader. Scott Rush in the 4 car. Not exactly sure what the pit car is doing right now. Well, this is interesting. We seem to have an issue with the pace car. There it goes. It's now on track. We'll have to get the cars lined up. As we get ready to go back green, once they do line up, should have about 20 laps or so to go. Remember, you are watching the Wild West Racing League. Wild West Racing League, tonight, Phoenix Raceway. Brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. Today's race is a 1-mile oval. Track temperature is 98 degrees. Air temperature is 71 degrees. 3% humidity. Clear skies and 2 miles an hour is all we have. So it looks like the 6 drivers that we have are now all on the lead lap, and we're showing Bryton Coleman as our new leader. Hunter Sr. is second. Trey Smith is third. Scott Rush is fourth. Jacob Shoffett and Houston Galena are showing in the pits currently. Bryton Coleman being out front, wonder what he did to get that position, what kind of strategy he devised along with his crew chief and or team. because Hunter Sr. is fast. And Hunter Sr. will line up on the outside as they come around. And one thing's for sure, Brighton Coleman will get the jump, but he does not have the speed that that 20 car has unless adjustments were made in the pits. But that 40 car is going to lead him to the line. We're getting ready. Here comes our 5th car catching up. And our 6th car will be coming around turn 3. And coming into the start-finish line. And they're off. Brighton Coleman gets a great start, but look at Hunter Sr. on the outside. Very quickly catches him, passes him. Oh my. And the one slides. Does he keep it? The 20 is, oh no, we're definitely, Houston Galena crashed. Let's look at Houston Galena first. Oh, he got into the one with the one. That really wasn't his fault. Let's see what happened to Trey Smith. This is where it all began. Trey gets loose, tries to straighten it out, gets in the way, hits some other cars. Just not a good night for Trey Smith. Let's see if we can get Trey in the broadcast booth.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Hey, Trey Smith, this is Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Hey, what happened out there?
Well, the extended caution was just competition, just trying to get everyone back on the lead lap because Hunter was walking away with it, so we were trying to make things interesting. And then on that restart, I was trying to get the yellow flag queued up just in case, and yeah, it was just did not benefit me clearly. So
Yeah.
nothing intentional, just trying to put on a good show for the fans, and yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hunter Sr. has been so far out in front, like his zip code has been different than the rest of y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's always fast in these cars. He said he wasn't sure how tonight was going to go, but I think right now it's kind of showing everything that he normally does. So we're just we got these fresher tires now, so we're just gonna see if we can have something for him at the end.
All right. Well, that's Trey Smith in the number 1 car. We thank you for talking to us up in the booth, and slide you back down.
All right, brother. Thank you.
You betcha. Trey Smith. So, as we begin and the cars line up, we've got Hunter Sr. now showing in first place once again. A very dominant car. Behind him is Brighton Coleman, Scott Rush, Trey Smith, Houston Galena, Jacob Schaffet, and then out tonight is Justin Bell and Logan Gill. So we're showing 6 cars still in the race. We're only showing 4 that we can see. But those other 2 cars will be coming around here shortly. Pace car is off. Hunter Sr. will lead him to the start-finish line. And we'll be going racing. Here comes the cars catching up. Hunter Sr., Brighton Coleman on the outside. And they're going. Hunter Sr. gets a great jump. Brighton Coleman on, he's behind. Drops down. But the one of Trey Smith, he's fast. He's in third place. He's just trying to get under the 40 car of Brighton Coleman. 40 washes up. Trey Smith stays low, but he cannot get by the 40 car. Hunter Sr. moves to the front and stays out front. He's out front by a half second now over the 40 of Brighton Coleman. Trey Smith in the 1 car, 3rd place. 4th place, Jacob Shoffett. And we're seeing the 1 car trying to make that move. And he does. He makes a move into 2nd place. Passes the 40 of Brighton Coleman. Coleman is fighting back, but he's not going to have it. That's Trey Smith for 2nd position. The gap is now a full 2nd gap. Now with that competition caution, we'd think that would group the field back up, but it's just not. Everybody's starting to spread out again. And we see the race behind the 1 car between the 40 and the 00. That's for 3rd place. That's Brighton Coleman and Jacob Shoffett. And behind him is Houston Galena. We see Houston Galena and Scott Rush fighting it out for the 5th position. Oh, the 40 must get into the wall. Look at the 106 gets by him. The 106 does get by him for 4th position. The Kodak machine fights back, but he's not going to be able to make it. The 106 keeps position for 4th place. Jacob Shoffett is in 3rd place. Trey Smith is in 2nd, and your leader is Hunter Sr. View from our chopper as he comes around, showing us exactly how to do it here at Phoenix. We're at lap 69, coming up on lap 70 now. 70 of 80 with 10 to go. Has anybody got anything for Hunter Sr.? He has just had one heck of a fast hot rod here tonight. Trey Smith is 1.7 seconds behind him. Nobody seems to have anything for Hunter Sr. There's your number 3 car of Jacob Shoffett. Houston Galena is... Oh! Houston Galena gets loose. Collects the car, though. Houston Galena was able to get the car underneath him and actually not wreck it, but he needs to be careful. Those tires are probably warmed up quite a bit hot from that slide. That definitely happens. Anytime you get loose and those tires take a ride, you need to be careful because it's like driving on ice. Going to have to go just a little bit slower for just a few more laps. You don't really have time though. We're on lap 72 of 80. We see Trey Smith doing everything he can, but he's still 1.77 seconds behind our leader, Hunter Sr. We look up front, Hunter Sr. all the way up there doing everything he can to keep that going. Houston Galena, Scott Rush, and behind Scott Rush is Brighton Coleman. Let's look at see in front of Brighton Coleman what he's got. This is his view as he is doing his best to get to Scott Rush and pass him for that 5th position. Hear the ad engine wind up. And we'll hear it when he comes back off of it, right about there. About that 2nd cone. That Go Army car in front of him, Scott Rush, is pretty hooked up though. He's not gaining a whole lot on him. Look up front. The gap now is 2.3 seconds to 2nd place. Trey Smith. Jacob Shoffett alone in third place, but he is a full 7 seconds behind our leader and 5 seconds to second place. Lap 76, folks. Getting ready to end this thing. Has anybody got anything for Hunter Sr. tonight? Lap 77. 3 to go. Hunter Sr., Trey Smith, Jacob Shoffett, Houston Galena, Scott Rush, your top 5. 6 cars, Brighton Coleman, and then in the garage is Justin Bell and Logan Gill. Getting ready to come to that 1 to go mark. Next time by. And there we are, 1 to go. Looks like the 20 of Hunter Sr. is going to take this all the way to the checkered flag here, folks. And there you have it. Our white flag lap. He's going to bring it around one more time. The gap is over 4 seconds, almost 5 seconds now to second place. He can pretty much limp this thing home from here. Coming around 3 out of 4, and there we've got it. Hunter Sr., your race winner. Trey Smith will bring in second place. Jacob Shoffett, third place. Fourth is Houston Galena. Scott Rush finishes your top 5. And your last car running tonight is Brighton Coleman, who finishes 6th place. Hunter Sr., though, is your leader and winner. What a race, folks. If you enjoy racing each and every night, especially on Tuesday nights, Wild West Racing League, Wednesday nights, Wild West Racing League, whatever night you look up Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, you are going to have a blast. This is a great league, a great group of guys, professional drivers, outstanding. We saw some good driving tonight. We did not see the cautions. That just shows one thing. That shows that these guys care about their craft. They're great drivers, and the skill that they show is just outstanding. So, our third place was Jacob Shoffett. Let's pull him up into the room and have a word with Jacob. Hey, Jacob Shoffett, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, how's it going, Barry?
It's going great. How are you doing, Jacob? How was that third place finish?
It was a handful, from freezing twice and then hitting the wall both those times because my screen froze. And then getting caught up, I think, in the ones incident where he got loose, came down and doored me. Had about 6.5 minutes of damage there on this Legacy outfitter gear Chevy, and man, I just couldn't do anything after that.
Well, Jacob Shoffett, I got to tell you, I don't think anybody had anything for Hunter Sr. He was like so far out in front of everybody else. They threw that competition caution just to try to get the field back together, and it still didn't matter. He just was meant to win this race tonight. It's just fact.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had anything for him.
Absolutely
and
not.
Same thing for I think it was Nathan up there, or
Trey Smith finished second.
Trey. Man, between Trey and Senior there, man, couldn't do anything with either.
Yeah. Well, hey, before I let you go, though, you got any shout-outs?
Yeah, Puffy Swag Shop, for all your merchandise needs. Can be customized to your liking. Legacy Outfitter gear, Circle S services, Ultimate Pest Control. All for making this happen.
Hey, well, Jacob, we appreciate it. We're proud of you, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That's Jacob Shoffitt. Next, we'll look up Trey Smith.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Hey,
Thanks,
Trey
Tony.
Smith. This is Barry Stevens up in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you.
I got to tell you, second place must seem like a win when you consider how far out in front Hunter Sr. was for you.
Yeah, I'm glad to officially announce he will be joining G Lightning Motors. So it's definitely gonna be nice to have a teammate in these Gen 4s since Max is gone for right now. So hopefully he can get his PC fixed and get back out here. But yeah, it was a pretty good night. I did a lot of testing last night and today just to try and see what I needed to get done and see how fast we were, what speed we were having, and it was good to know that we were right there with Hunter most of the race, lap time wise. It's just he's got a little bit more experience in these cars, and he's a fast driver for sure. He's one hell of a wheel man, so congratulations to him.
He certainly is, and but you did, not to take away from you, second place is second place, and that's a podium, and that's a great place to be. Is there anything from tonight's race that you learned that maybe you could have, if you would have had more laps, you could have done something?
I think maybe just managing my tires. I think that was probably the biggest key thing. That was definitely the biggest key thing right here. Phoenix, the track was very slick, not a whole lot of grip. So yeah, just managing tires and probably just getting some more practice where we needed it. But yeah, again, I think that's really the only thing we could have really done outside of maybe just playing a little bit different strategy than what I planned going in. But yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Trey. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to G Lightning Motors, Joe, Krishan, Kaiser, Max, and now Hunter. All them guys, great atmosphere, great team. Super honored to be a proud of it and be a part of it. And them, my girlfriend, my son, everyone who supports me, all my buddies that watch, Austin, my little sister, she watches too. So just everyone that supports me in real life and in iRacing, Race Car Bodies by Daily. Yeah.
Well, great. Trey Smith, we're proud of you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And we know that a podium each and every week is just exactly what you're capable of. So thanks for spending your time with us here in the broadcast booth tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. It's always a fun night with some racing and having you up in the booth. Also, shout out to Tanner for able to put on this league and just yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Trey, I'm gonna put you back down and we'll talk to Hunter.
All right.
Thank you so much, Trey Smith. Hunter Sr., Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question. How many minutes ahead of the rest of the field do you think would have been enough? You were so fast tonight.
Yeah, the Home Depot Chevy was really quick, Trey, honestly, he had me sweating there for the first 10, 15 laps. I thought he was going to get me.
I don't. From the view of the broadcast booth, it's at one point you were as much as 17 seconds out front. Even after when they held the competition caution, you went all the way back out to 7 seconds after that. So you just had a commanding presence here at Phoenix Raceway tonight. Was there a time besides that you thought maybe something wasn't going to go your way because you were so dominant tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it being an unforgiving car, you can make any kind of mistake. You can go into the corner and get loose and just spin out randomly. An ashtray, what his tire wear was. That's something that I was trying to be as cautious with as I possibly could, because I know that, like I said, any moment you could really it could just step out from under you, and you could, go into the inside wall, or spin out and go to the outside wall, and your race can go from a great race to a pretty bad race in 2 seconds. So at any moment, yeah, it was definitely something that wasn't in the back of my head, especially like I said, that first 20 laps where Trey was on me. Every time I got close, I could feel the car stepping out, and I was getting scared every single time.
Yeah, definitely. These cars like clean air. They do not like other cars around them. They handle poorly at that point. Before I let you go, though, do you have anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yes, sir. One of my big sponsors that I run with most of my leagues, Juicy Spider. All those guys over there, Mike, Nick, Josh, Donald, Jared, every single one of those guys, they help me in every single way, and they're the reason I get to come in interviews and sometimes win, sometimes come in as third or second. They put so much work into basically preparing us for all of our leagues and getting us, the best that we can be, not just because of the, what they help us with, but their editing too. If you haven't got a chance yet, go check them out on YouTube. They absolutely kill it. And big thanks to you for broadcasting this race. That means a lot to a lot of us that you go out of your way to be able to do this for us. And big thanks to you and everybody that you work with. And couldn't be more happy to have somebody to broadcast that's really good at it.
Well, we appreciate that, and Wild West Racing League as well. We work together as a great team. I'm going to let you go back down and celebrate now, but thank you, and we're proud of you for this great win tonight. You put on a clinic. Have a great evening.
Yes, sir. You too.
Okay. So, folks, there you have it. That was the Wild West